Hi, this is Erin Garvin at EmPower Pilates and Yoga, and today we're going to release the lower back using a tennis ball. So you'll need a tennis ball and that's it. So we're going to take a lying down position on the tennis ball. So before I go down, let me just tell you where it's going to be. You're going to place the ball underneath the lowest rib and higher than the top part of your pelvis. So in this little area here, making sure not to let the ball be on the lowest rib or the pelvis itself. It's going to be on muscle. When you lie down, you'll feel that there's a ropey muscle on the side of the spine, the erector spinae, and if you move it just on the outside of that, you should access usually a little bit tender muscle called the QL or quadratus lumborum. So right now, I just want you to see if you can find it. Double check. You can feel your rib with your finger. You're not on the rib. You're not on the hip bone. You're in that little area of the back. So if you don't have any sensation, that's fine. We're going to add on though. If you have enough sensation here, you may not need to add anything, but just to breathe. Sometimes the back tries to roll off of it. See if you can relax the back, like you're pouring pancake batter on a griddle. You're just letting it slide out, letting it relax down. If you can tolerate more, let your leg of the side that you had the ball on come into your belly. There you should have a little more pressure. So if you need to adjust it, you say, oh, I have a spot that's a little closer in or a little closer up, go ahead and do that, and there it is. Again, let the back relax. The back tends to try to run away from the ball. See if it can sink into it. And then just hold. This alone is sometimes enough, or the first stage where your feet are on the mat. If you would like to add a little bit more, you can take some knee stirs. So I have a light pressure on my knee. I'm not jamming it down with my hand. My face is soft. My shoulders are soft. I'm just introducing some movement, but you'll feel how that allows the ball to get into little crevices and cracks and dusty corners that it couldn't get to earlier. So take that, a few circles, and I find with many clients that when the knees across the midline, they get more, but everybody's different. Sometimes someone will have it up here. You find what works for you. Let's go the other direction. Keep thinking. That right there is good just for daily maintenance to do on each side. But while we're here, let's just pick one more place. Either go a little higher but not on the rib, or a little lower, or a little out, or a little in, and then sink into it. There's another spot. Because that QL muscle runs from the bottom rib, the last rib, all the way down to the ilium. So we've got a little space here to work with. So find a couple today, and if you're really having some tenderness, you might do a 3 or 4 spot. Let's go the other direction. And if you find a good spot, sink into it. 3, 2. I didn't even know I had a spot today, and there's one. Just feels like I'm staying ahead of the curve. I don't have any pain right now. This is keeping me ahead. If you do suffer from it, this is a great technique you can do at home. Inhale. Exhale. Let that foot down and just notice. What does one side feel like compared to the other? My back feels like it's uneven. The left side is dropping to the ground, and I didn't even walk in with any bone tension. Left side feels more relaxed, more dropped. I can even feel it into my hip and my rib. So I'm going to do the other side. Take the ball, place it, I'm going to turn just so it's easier to see. I'm going to take that ball and put it between the rib and the pelvis, the lowest rib and the pelvis. So somewhere in this area. On the outside of that big ropey muscle called the erector spinae is a very effective spot. If you can get the QL, drop the back into it, relax. Now, if that's enough, stay there. Each side might be different. Pull that thigh in, gently just sink into it. Remember, the back has a tendency to run away. But if you can add on little soft knee stirs, I'm going to place my head more ergonomically and straight ahead. And after you get a feel for what I'm doing, I'd love for you to do the same just to protect that neck. So your shoulder is soft. You're circling the knee. And if you find any tight spots, you can hold it there. Across the midline, I tend to find it's really a good place for many people. Then we're going to change directions. What we do one way, we'll do the other way. Circle, light, hand on the knee, a few more circles. And then, like we promised, let's do one more spot. I'm going to go a little higher. I just felt like there might be one up there, but I'm not on the wrist. Never on that wrist. And nothing should be excruciating or make me want to hold my breath. So I can breathe continuously throughout the exercise. Imagine yourself getting heavy on the ball so that your body weight just passively helps you. Gravity assisting this. Wonderful low back release. There's a spot out there. Sometimes you find one you didn't expect. Take 5. I'm going to just hold this. You might find a place where you might want to keep moving. 4, 3. Let this exercise work for you. 2. And on the 1, let that foot out. Take the ball out and just notice what your back feels like now. Feels fabulous on my end. And then come up and so you can keep the pain out of your body and keep being the best you that you can be because it's such a precious you. So I hope you enjoyed this video on low back releases using the tennis ball. And I would love for you to come visit our website at EmPowerPilates.net for more videos with Erin Garvin to help you be your best self. Thank you and have a wonderful day.